What's in the box? Score. Back home media. Bring them out, bring them out. 3, 2, bring them out, bring them out. Oh, we are back. Welcome to the show tonight, everybody. It's the Easy Out podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Rogers. With me tonight, we got Cape again, as usual, my wonderful co-host. Cape, how you doing this week?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. I haven't talked to you a whole lot.
Yeah, I know. I noticed you didn't point in my direction. You just gave up on that?
I didn't. I gave up.
All right.
I'll screw it up again. I got it that time. I did it the right way.
You did it.
Did it the right way. It's been that kind of week where I knew I wouldn't get it right, so I didn't even bother.
I feel that.
One of those types of things. Just so everybody knows, in case you have forgotten since last week, we are brought to you by Back Home Media and Fat Kid Productions. We got a whole slew of shows over at backhomemedia.com you can check out. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Is it just me, or does it feel like it was like a month ago when we interviewed Josh Brown?
It does. It doesn't feel like it was just
last Thursday.
Week.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it. It's been a really weird, long week. And baseball is, do you realize that the regular season's over in 17 days?
Yeah, it's like, 2.5 weeks.
It's so weird to think that it's almost like postseason time already.
I mean, it's like weird and not weird because like it's that time of year. Like it's September, almost October. I'm ready for postseason baseball, but it's weird because the shit started like 3 days ago.
Yeah, we just started, and here we are, almost done. We've got let's see, 17 days, so 16, 17 games left for everybody. Some of these division races are going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be a weird postseason picture, I feel like. Hey, we got Matt over in the comments. He says, "Evening, y'all. Do y'all really have to do the Marlins that way?" We're going to talk about that in just a minute because that was beautiful. Reese says, "Yo, Cape, what it do, Sarah? We're here. We're hanging in there. I'm tired tonight. I took a 3-hour nap this morning and I'm still tired.
I haven't done shit all day, so I'm not really tired.
Like, I feel like my day off is a very weird time for me now. Like, I'm always off on Thursdays, and it should mean I have plenty of time to get ready for this, and yet I don't, like, at all.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked down at my phone earlier and I was like, "Holy shit! It's 9:37. I should probably make my way in the man cave and get ready for the show."
Yeah, my little bear wanted to watch Black Panther tonight, which I don't know where he had even seen anything about it, but we were on Disney Plus and he was like, Black Panther, and he was pointing at Jungle Book, and I was like, is there Black Panther in Jungle Book? It's been so long since I've seen it, I don't know. He's like, no, and he points again, and then he was pointing at Black Panther. I was like, yeah, okay, we can watch it, sure.
I mean,
so I put
there
it
is
on.
a Black Panther though in Jungle Book. Is his name like Mowgli or something like that?
Isn't that the kid?
Oh, it might be. I don't know. I watched Jungle Book like 23 years ago, so
I haven't seen Jungle Book in so long that I couldn't remember. And I was like, I think there is, but he wanted to watch the actual Black Panther movie, and I've never seen it. So
it's fantastic.
I did not watch the game. I missed Dansby's home run. I missed the comeback. Bagheera.
Yeah, that's it.
That's his name. Thank you, Reese. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't watch the game tonight because kiddo wanted to watch Black Panther, and then I couldn't like walk away from it. I was trying to get ready and like finish a few things up around the house, and every 5 seconds I was back in there like watching the movie, and I'm going, I'm not going to get it. It ended like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So let's see. What all do we got? We don't have any like COVID news. It's weird to not have all kinds of COVID stuff to talk about in baseball.
Yeah, it is. I'm kind of glad that we can cut that segment out of the show, though.
I mean, it's a good problem to have,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm like, oh shit, like that's like the first 5 minutes of our show every night. But
Yeah, no COVID news is good news.
that's absolutely. I just realized I matched Dansby on my green screen there. So got the road navies on. Gerb says, sorry, I'm late. Got distracted watching football. Everybody's getting distracted watching football. That's okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it's directly behind the computer right now. So
you got it set up. You're good to go.
yeah.
So let's talk about football scores. I guess baseball celebrated football coming back a day early. We had some pretty insane scores. The Brewers whooped up on the Tigers 19-0 yesterday. And then our wonderful Atlanta Braves came out and got their revenge for 2 losses, I guess you would say. Like, I don't even know what to call what they did to the Marlins last night.
Yeah, I mean, I told someone last night, I've been watching baseball 24, 25 years, and I've never seen anything like that. I think part of it, I mean, you got to realize they hit Acuna in game 1. Urania hit Acuna in game 1. They didn't fight them or anything. I think they saw how things were going last night. And you're like, you know what? Let's just beat the shit out of them. How about that?
And I loved that there was no like taking our big guns out when it got bad.
But also, who the fuck were you going to put in?
That's true. We don't really have anybody. There's not really anybody there to put in. Open the floodgates is more like it. I would agree with that. Definitely open something. A can of whoop ass would be what I would say. I posted something about Duvall and I dropped the F-bomb in it because I do that a lot. And somebody was like, easy on the cussing. And I was like, listen, if you don't like my language, I would suggest you unfollow now because it only gets worse. And the guy was like, thanks for the heads up, and unfollowed me. And I was like, probably a good idea. I went and looked at his profile and he was like very, very religious, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't want to see those words, my page is not the one to be following.
Yeah, this person has obviously never watched this podcast.
Yeah, no, I could definitely tell. Vanderbilt fans. So I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I'll take all the Vandy fans. I'm down for that. But word to the wise, if you're just tuning in for the first time ever, just know that the language this podcast is for the Dark Lord is in our backstage chat area, and that's it's kind of accurate. All right. NFL players are wearing geolocating bracelets so they know who they were around and when. Are you serious?
That's some high-tech shit right there.
Jeez. Wow, they're really going all out on them.
I didn't know until the game started. I didn't know that they're allowing fans. Like the first game of the year, there's fans at this game right now.
I heard that. I haven't, like I said, in my house, football does not start until baseball is over. So I know nothing about football until November, and that's when I turn it on. So we've got Acuna can't fight. If he could, he would have gone after him long ago.
I disagree with that. I think Acuna would have gone after him the night before or 3 days ago. But I think they all know if you fight, you're getting suspended and fined. So
that's true. I mean, you could the possibility of missing the rest of the season is enough to make you watch your shit. College is doing 50% capacity. Well, if you're going to be, I will be tuning out if you're going to be using nasty language. Jesse, you have been warned.
Jesse lives in New Mexico. You can't live there and not cuss.
Jesse's just right around the corner from me then. Gerb says fans are allowed in Kansas City and Jacksonville stadiums. All other teams aren't allowing fans yet. Of course, Kansas City's allowing fans in because we don't care out here about anything.
I mean, that was going to be weird for a team that won the Super Bowl to open up the stadium or open up the season with no fans there. So
yeah, that'd be kind of awkward for them. All the empty seats are zip tied. There's somebody that's there and posted a picture of it. Okay. Nasty language or shitty language? A little bit of both. Cheap seats were $300 at the Chiefs games. No, thank you. I'll pass on that. I'm not down for it.
Here's a good question. Let's ask this. What's the most expensive? What's the most money you've paid for a ticket to anything before? Sporting event, concert, whatever.
$100.
God, I paid $600 to see Metallica at Truist Park.
Ew. That's
Yeah.
too much money for that. No,
I didn't give a shit.
I went for several years where I never had to pay to get into anything, but the most money I've spent, well, I guess it'd be like $100 a ticket, so $200 because I took my son to 21 Pilots in Dallas at the
Yeah.
American Airlines Arena, and we had pretty good seats for that. So that was like $100 a ticket, and then I think I paid $100 the last time I went to see Thomas Rhett, something like that, somewhere in that area.
You'd have to pay me to go see Thomas Rhett. I don't even know if I'd go then.
It was a really good show. Like his dad, Rhett Akins, opened the show, and that was the biggest thing that I was there for. But I was like right beside the stage, so it was really cool. And Thomas Rhett puts on he's a lot of fun. So I like.
Yeah, I've seen him before. He played. I went to see Kenny Chesney, and he opened for Kenny Chesney, so I saw him there.
Oh, we're getting some comments on this. Let's see. Reese says select stadiums are allowing fans. Pretty sure professional Atlanta stadiums are on the same page. I paid $600 for Falcons and 49ers for NFC Championship in 2012. See, something like that, I'd probably be a little bit more willing to shell out the money for. Like if I could go to the World Series, take my money. Like
that sucks though. We lost that game.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I mean, I would pay that kind of money for something like, like I said, if I could go to the World Series and the Braves were there, I'm in. Like, absolutely. Oh, I guess my opening day tickets were going to be like 165 because I was sitting right behind the dugout. If I would have got to go to that, but I got my money back for that, so I don't count it.
That's what I did. I sat behind behind home plate at Wrigley Field and at Miller Park when I was up there, but when I'm out of town, what I always do is I just like go to the stadium, start drinking around the stadium, and then get on a like StubHub or whatever and buy a ticket walking in. And I sat behind, I was 5 rows behind home plate at Wrigley Field for $7.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'd do it. What else do we have? We've got paid $100 per ticket and bought 4 for Garth Brooks here in Vegas. That's a lot. A few hundred sat behind home plate at the Braves game for my honeymoon. $600 for Metallica is understandable. If anyone throws at Bryce Harper's head more than once, he's charging the mound. Acuna can't fight.
Neither can Harper. You saw the last time he charged the mound and threw his helmet down and tripped and fell.
Acuna knows that he's got more to lose. He's just not as hot-headed. He's flashy, yeah. Is he as hot-headed? No. I think he would beat the dog shit out of Urania if you just let him go at it.
Urania hits him one more time. I don't see any way around it.
No, I don't think. I think there will be a fight. Let's see, $850 for Bucks versus Celtics playoff tickets last year. I'd pay $100 for Rhett Akins, but his son, no. Well, I got to see Rhett Akins in that $100, so I'm good with it. Harper got ejected and cut his hair like a rebellious teenager.
Please tell me you saw my tweet where I said he looked like Willy Wonka era or Johnny Depp era Willy Wonka with his haircut.
I didn't, but I love that.
Yes, that's what he looks like.
Did he just get his hair?
It's like chopped, like right here, like it hangs out of his helmet. It's just chopped off.
Bryce Harper, why?
It looks like he was sitting in his hotel room and just like pulled all his hair together in a ponytail and cut it off.
He might have. I can't believe he cut it though. He was like all about that long hair.
Nah, he cut it. He looks like a dweeb.
That makes me sad. Bryce Harper is a soft-boiled egg. F that dude. He's soft as baby shit. I like Bryce Harper.
I like Reese Tate.
I like Reese too. $300, $350. We're seeing all kinds. Hair is overrated. Listen, that hair is the only thing that made Bryce Harper look good. That poor guy. He's just not an attractive man without that long hair.
He looks like a poodle. Like, not just because of the hair, but like his, I don't know.
His face is odd. Like, I don't understand why women think he's like super attractive because he just kind of looks weird to me.
I don't know. I'd
don't
fuck
know.
a guy that makes $330 million. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
yeah, like for that kind of money, I could definitely handle him being a little bit odd looking, but at the same time, I think he's a little odd looking. I mean, he's no Dansby.
Well, yeah.
And Dansby got a haircut too, and I'm real big sad about it.
Yeah, I saw he had his beard all lined up and shit last night.
Yeah, he got all lined up, and you can see when he has his helmet on, his hair's not sticking out as far,
Yeah.
and it kind of makes me sad. It's still there, but Harper might try and throw a helmet at you. I'd fight Bryce Harper.
Oh,
I'm not
bare
scared.
knuckle right now. I'd fight Bryce Harper yesterday. Yeah, look, he's ugly.
See, he has a little bit of a Chris Hemsworth look going on in that picture, but like, if
You can tell he's been punched in the nose before, though. Look at that nose.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. That's an adorable puppy, though. I want to know where that dog came from. I mean, I don't know. Like, when I see him like at ball games, I just can't help but think he's kind of weird looking. But he didn't look so weird in that picture. Gerb says he's got our back. So time for a curveball. What about Skip? Who are we talking about here?
Skip who? Skip Carey? Skippy Peanut Butter? Who are we talking about?
What's fuck Skip? Matt says. Who are we talking about here? Skip Bayless.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Skip Bayless.
Dude, I got so mad at him earlier that I already fucking forgot about him. Fuck Skip Bayless.
What did he do now? Like I said, I've been watching Black Panther. I missed it.
I'm going to summarize. He basically said that Dak Prescott made too much money, and because he was a quarterback of an NFL football team, he shouldn't have mental health issues. Yeah.
Okay.
Which his brother just died like 9 months ago.
Yeah, I'm not even going to give that the time of day because fuck shit like that. That's not okay. I'm not okay with that at all. I don't like that. So that's going to be a yikes from me, dog. Yeah, big one. Big yikes.
He may not make it through the night. He's probably going to get fired.
I kind of hope he does. I would love that. I don't like Skip anyway. I've never liked that guy.
Nobody does.
I think it would be great. So let's go back over to this game for a minute to last night's game. We had Adam Duvall tying the franchise record with 9 RBIs, 1 home run, a solo shot away from the home run cycle. That would have been pretty glorious. We had home runs left and right. Darno, Ozzie Albies hit one in his first game back. Freddie Freeman's 1,500th career hit happened last night, and it happened to be a home run. Who else hit a home run? That's how long that game was. I don't even remember. We had 7 home runs.
I looked at my phone at like 10 o'clock and we were in the 5th inning. I was like, or the 6th inning. I was like, this game's not gonna be fucking over until midnight.
Ronnie hit the other home run. Yeah. Jesus. Good Lord. I can't believe I missed that. But I loved having Ozzie Albies back. It really did make my heart happy.
Yeah, I mean, I said this behind the scenes before the show went live, but the Braves have scored 36 runs since he came back, and he's been back 2 days. So what the fuck is up?
He can never ever leave again. I forbid Ozzie Albies to get injured ever again.
It just makes you wonder what that Braves team could do if they had any starting pitching right now with the bullpen they have and the offense that they have.
I mean, were any of the, like I said, I did not watch the game. I did see home run, home run, home run. Were any of our runs tonight not home run? Because it seemed like everything was a 2-run shot except for Dansby.
Honestly, can't remember. I was flipping back and forth between. Well, the Braves game didn't get good until after the football game came on. So I was watching some of the football games, some of the Braves games. So
Wendy says Ozzie is our spark plug. I think he absolutely is. And then, the pitching concerns me because it's been shit. And good old Tommy Malone went on the 10-day IL today. His wife is on Twitter saying all kinds of stuff. She's pissed that people think he's not a great pitcher. But
well, I mean, nah, I'm not. Should I go there or should I not go there?
I mean, you can go there.
I mean,
I don't care if she gets mad at us.
a million people have watched your fucking husband pitch the last 2 games, and he's ass. He's straight up ass.
She said something about just remember that a home run is just one bad pitch, but it wasn't just the home runs. You know what? I want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Like, of course, the first game I was like, well, he did just come straight down here and get thrown into a game. Like, I can understand that not being a great night, but the amount of run support, like if that's a Max Fried game, that's like a 29-3 game tops.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw somewhere where in his starts he's been given like 40 runs of support and hasn't made it through the fourth inning in either game.
Yeah, Grant McCauley said it's been 44 runs of support.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a win. I mean,
not even doesn't have a win, hasn't fucking qualified for a win.
Exactly. Yet. Like he can't even make it that far to get it. I mean, there's a problem there. I'm not going to say he's a horrible pitcher because I haven't seen enough of him to really make that judgment call, but I will say I'm not impressed with anything I've seen so far.
Yeah, that what was it? His elbow that was hurt?
Yeah, elbow inflammation.
Yeah, that's called a general manager's injury is what that's called.
That's called pretendinitis.
Yeah, Alex Anthopoulos said, "Hey, buddy, your elbow's hurting. You're going on the IL." Robbie Erlin's about to be right there with him. So,
something's going to happen to him. I'm concerned, but I'm not like panicked because Max is going to miss a start. Okay, let's give him some rest before the playoffs because I'm sure his back is spasming. He's been carrying the entire fucking pitching staff.
Well, that's one. I mean, people can argue, well, the season's been so short. How does he need rest already? But I don't think people can fathom like the mental load that's on him every time he takes the mound, knowing that he's the only one really worth the fuck right now. So he has to go out there and has to get a win.
Yeah, and I mean,
that's a lot on a young kid. I mean, this isn't even a full season. He's only pitched one full season, maybe two. So that's a lot on a kid.
So, and I mean, it's also that he's the only pitcher that's eating bullpen time. Like every game is a bullpen game. Ian Anderson has been impressive so far, but at the same time, Ian Anderson is very young and is just a couple starts into his career. So you don't know how consistent he's going to be yet.
No, I mean, and he made it. Did he make? I don't think he made it to the third inning his last outing.
No, he didn't.
So, I mean, you can't. I told people when he came up, yeah, he looked great. He hit the Yankees for 6 innings, but that don't mean shit. The kid's still young, so.
I mean, I think he will be an awesome piece of the puzzle, and hopefully he can keep it lined out. But I guess we just kind of have to see. Like, we'll just have to wait and see with him. I feel good that Cole Hamels should be back pretty soon. They're saying maybe even as early as Sunday.
You're going to see Fulte back within the next week, I think.
I'm hearing good things about Fulte.
Yeah. Everything I've seen said his and people I've talked to said his velocity sitting right around 94, 95. And if that's the case, he's good to go. I mean, the only reason he's getting hammered because his velo is down, and if you're throwing an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, it's not going to have any fucking movement on it. So,
well, and they've said he's gained, like at one point in time, I know I had heard he had gained 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's even gained a little bit more because the poor guy, he just did not look healthy at all. No. Let's see. Let's look over here real quick. Gerb says, wait, we traded for damaged goods. When do we not? Like, we're good at that. Matt says, who's the best pitcher y'all have faced so far? DeGrom, hands down.
The best pitcher in baseball?
Twice. Gerb answered that question with DeGrom twice. There you go. Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole didn't look that great. I would say DeGrom, hands down, is a better pitcher than Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole had like the game against us, he shit the bed. His next start, he shit the bed. And then his start after that, he struck out like 9 of the first 12 batters he faced.
And then he shit the bed.
Yeah, and then shit the bed.
And he was supposed to start tonight. That game was postponed. It'll be a doubleheader tomorrow. So assuming we'll see Garrett Cole tomorrow, I just want to say to the Yankees fans, if we broke Garrett Cole, I'm kind of sorry that you guys paid all that money for us to break your ace, but is what it is, I guess. Sorry, not sorry-ish kind of thing. Travis Draper says he set a record that nobody wants. That's referencing Tommy Malone. Yeah, absolutely. Matt says, I figured it would have been him. Dodgers rotation in the postseason is what would have me worried.
Duh.
I'm not that worried about it.
Shit.
I'm really not that worried about Dodgers pitching. A little concerned. I've got 2 Dodgers pitchers on my fantasy team and they haven't done that great for me. So I'm not worried about it.
I'm worried about the Dodgers taking fucking batting practice off of us if we don't find some goddamn pitching.
See, that's way more where I'm concerned is that our starting pitching, I feel like our bats can hang with Dodgers pitching. I feel like our pitching cannot hang with Dodgers bats where it's at right now. So that's my concern is the Dodgers offense, not their pitching. Let's see. Braves are going to have to take a very unorthodox pitching approach to the postseason. Yes, we are. I'm interested to see what it's going to look like, but it's going to be real patchwork, very unusual. Jesse says Fulty's coming back and burning the fucking world down. You know what? I hope he does.
I'm here for it all the way.
Megan's over in the other chat and she says, take that back. Megan, you know I love you, but I'm a lot more concerned about the Dodgers offense than their defense.
The Marlins came back and beat the Phillies tonight.
I mean, that's good. We want that to happen.
It was 6-3 Phillies last time I saw the score, and they lost 7-6.
Are you sure you weren't looking at our score?
No, I'm looking at the Phillies score.
In other words, I'm assuming Rhys Hoskins did not hit a home run and come through for me today. I will never be picking him again. Thanks, Rhys. Appreciate that. Oh, they walked it off.
Oh, nice.
I mean, kudos to the Marlins for coming back from that. Like, that's after what they took last night. Good on you. Good on you for making that comeback. That's
dude, if I got beat 29, first of all, imagine scoring 9 runs in a Major League Baseball game and getting beat by 20 fucking runs in the first place. Second of all, I would never want to play baseball ever again in my life.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be done. I'd be like, just get me out of here. Like, let me go home right now.
I can't remember what inning it was, but at one point they had been in the field for like 53 minutes.
Was it the second inning?
It might have been the second. Yeah, I think it would have had to have been the second. But
and like the biggest thing to me, and Chip pointed out several times, which by the way, Chip Carey was a fucking savage last night, and I was thoroughly enjoying him.
I told Brittany that earlier. I was like, Chip did pretty good last night. Like I didn't mind him last night. Then I told her also, I was like, well, when your team scores 29 fucking runs, it's pretty easy to be a commentator.
Yeah.
Also, he didn't have enough time to tell his stupid ass jokes and stories because every time he turned around last night, we were scoring. So
yeah, and I think my favorite part of the night was, it blows your mind, and right then Bryce Wilson walks a guy, and without missing a beat, it blows your mind like Bryce Wilson walking runners in a 25-run game.
Yeah,
which I thought that was hilarious. But it was pointed out earlier that the Marlins got beat by more runs than the Cubs have scored since Saturday.
Holy shit.
Yeah. The Cubs have scored 18 runs since Saturday, and the Marlins got beat by 20. So that's,
I like how cool everybody from Atlanta and from Georgia on Twitter last night was saying that the Braves scored more runs last night than the Falcons are going to score on Sunday. That shit was funny.
That's, and they were talking about that during the game too. Like, is this are the Braves going to outscore the Falcons? I guess we'll see. Be interesting to keep tabs on. So we had some roster moves. Like, this season roster moves have been something that's happening consistently. A sad day for a lot of Braves fans. Charlie Culberson was DFA'd, but then today was outrighted to Gwinnett. So that's a good thing. You know what? John Howard posted a tweet, and I think that this would be probably the best case scenario. He said that Culberson was going to get outrighted and then would be recalled as a pitcher.
Who knows? Snit said he's been pitching bullpens. So
see, I think they should use him. Charlie's a great pitcher. I think it would be wonderful to see RHP Charlie Culberson recalled from the alternate training site. Put him in the bullpen. Let's use him.
Until he comes up and throws one right down the fucking pipe and someone goes yickety off his ass.
I mean, it wouldn't be any different than anybody else.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. I mean, we're used to seeing that this year. I wouldn't be surprised by any of it. Another DFA that I saw just this morning that didn't make me sad at all. Good old Pablo Sandoval got DFA'd.
That's crazy to me. He's been playing baseball for like 30 years, I feel like.
You know, I feel like I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but I mean, Pablo Sandoval also weighs like 280 pounds. So
exactly. Somebody was like, he must not have been performing well. It was like he's been performing well on all those sandwiches he's been eating.
Pablo Sandoval could bunt. You could throw the ball to third. They could throw to second and then throw to first, and you would still get him out.
Probably. That guy's got no legs under him. I mean, it is what it is. So let's talk about teams that are not so hot right now. The Yankees have been on a little bit of a skid. They did win last night. Have they fallen there? Are they still in third place, or have they come back from that?
I am not sure.
I'm gonna have to look at that and see.
The Yankees.
The Yankees are in third place. The Yankees are 5.5 games back.
Who's in second? The Blue Jays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to see that happening. The Cubs are on a little bit of a cold snap. The Astros don't even have a 500 record.
So what happens when you cheat.
It sure is. That's crazy.
The thing about the Yankees, though, I mean, do we really think the Yankees would be performing like this if they had their full squad? No.
No, but at the same time, it kind of happens every year.
Yeah, it usually happens in the postseason, not in the regular season.
The Braves have the third best record in baseball right now, I believe, don't they?
That's stupid.
28, 5. Well, I guess the White Sox are a little bit ahead of them. So fourth best record in baseball right now.
And they don't have a single starting pitcher right now.
No, it's crazy that, when Soroka went down and it just, I really did not expect as much as we've gotten, and it's been really cool. I mean, the offense has absolutely carried it. Without our bats, we would be nothing this year.
No, yeah, 100%. Without our bats, without our bullpen.
Gerb says apparently Judge ripped the team for effort and made them restart practice today.
Judge did?
So Aaron Judge is mad at what?
Judge should rip his caps for not fucking working is what he should do.
He should. That's okay. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, that seems a little.
Well, I saw something the other day too, where like Brian Cashman, their GM, addressed the team, and everyone was like, "Where the fuck is Aaron Boone? He's our manager. Why is he not addressing the fucking team?"
Why isn't he?
Like, why? Imagine like the Braves or the Nationals. Imagine Mike Rizzo addressing the team instead of Davey Martinez, or Alex Anthopoulos instead of Brian Snicker. Like, that's fucking weird.
That doesn't even make sense that Cashman is the one. That makes no sense at all.
Unless Cashman came in there and was like, "Listen, motherfuckers, I'm cutting every single one of y'all if y'all don't figure some shit out."
Right. Get it together. Tighten it up. Does he even have that type of power of the team? I'm guessing that's supposed to be over the team. Are you talking about Judge? I mean,
I'm gonna tell you right now, Judge is like 6'9", 200 something pounds. Yeah, if he told me to do something, I'm probably fucking doing it.
I wouldn't argue with Aaron Judge. That's for sure. Like,
no.
I know I've got a bit of an attitude, but I definitely wouldn't be arguing with Aaron Judge. Judge owns the IL. Yeah, he does. It's just, it's something that everybody's used to by now.
Didn't he come back and play like 2 innings against the Braves and go back out of the game?
Yeah, he left the game in like the 3rd or 4th inning, and that was it. He hasn't been seen since, I don't think.
He's doing better than his buddy Stanton. I don't think he's only played like a couple games the whole season.
I think he made it through the first couple weeks, but then again, they did have a lot of canceled games in those first couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
I know, he had a home run opening day. I remember that, but
he was our first home run of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's a weird world in New York.
I mean, I have a lot of Yankees friends, but it's really nice to see the Yankees playing shitty baseball.
I do kind of love it. I mean, I love all my Yankees friends, but at the same time, I kind of love that they're going through this. I'm sorry, guys. Nothing against any of you, but
Oh yeah, there's a comment from Maddie right there. Let's talk about that. I brought up Mike Rizzo. Mike Rizzo got kicked out of a fucking game for arguing ball. They can say it's because he wasn't wearing a mask. That's not why. It's because he was arguing balls and strikes.
Well, Joe West even said, "I'm not going to let a player talk to me like that. I'm not going to let a manager talk to me like that. Why would I let him?"
He's
So
meanwhile, Joe West was wearing his grandma's fucking panties as a mask. And he tried to say at first it's because he wasn't wearing a mask, and he's standing in the Braves dugout, and fucking 3/4 of them don't have a mask on.
Right. I thought it was hilarious. And Rizzo's up there in his luxury suite all by himself with his bottle of water, and he's yelling away. And I'm just like, my favorite part was Brian call security. Like, it's probably over there like, what?
Like, how am I supposed to call? I'm fucking managing a Major League Baseball game. I'm not calling security.
Like, what are you talking about? Joe West got that mask from Magic City.
Nah, bro, I've been in Magic City. They don't wear that much clothes.
It was, and I never even saw Rizzo leave.
No, I mean, he like looked down on his. Did you see that John Boy did a breakdown of it either yesterday or today?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty. Go watch it. It's pretty funny. But even when they yell up there at him, like, "Are you yelling at us?" And Rizzo's like, "Yeah, that's how fucking bad y'all are." That's when they're like, "Dude, you're out."
I thought it was hilarious. And they stopped the game for like 10 minutes over this, and he just stood there like he never went anywhere. Yeah. Whatever, I guess. Baseball is weird this year.
Baseball's weird every fucking year, but this year especially.
Yeah, I think this year it just seems weirder because we've got so much more crammed into such a small time frame. And so all the weirdness is just hitting us at one time.
Yeah, and with Rizzo, I mean, he's the only motherfucker in the stadium watching the game. So yeah, if you're yelling, they're gonna hear you and they're gonna but if there'd been 30,000 fans there, they would have all been yelling at the fucking umpires. So he would have never got thrown out. But
absolutely, I just think it's funny. I mean, that's kind of just how it is. Ooh, Dustin May came out of the game in the second inning.
Yeah,
that's not going to be good for my fantasy team. Well, shit. That's a bad deal. Bad day for me. Bobby's going to win. Congratulations, Bobby. You're going to knock me out of the playoff bracket. Oh, he got jacked with a hit in the ankle. Ooh. Ouch. Strike zone is whack this year.
Yo, did you?
Weird this year.
Fuck the strike zone. Did you see Trevor Powers' game last night?
Unreal.
Yeah, dude, he's on fucking fire. He's going to get paid big time.
Trevor was throwing some nasty pitches. Like that, we could do like a 30-minute segment on Trevor Bauer and how badass he is this year.
His post-game interview?
Help me get to 100,000 followers on YouTube by the end of 2020 or by the end of the year.
No, not that. When he was talking about the Cubs like chirping at him from the dugout.
Oh yeah, you want to chirp when you and I've been shoving it up your ass all night.
Yeah, dude, I love Trevor Bauer.
Trevor Bauer doesn't really care about much of anything. Oh, that steroid save baseball shirt that I was talking about.
Yeah,
it's from his line.
What's it? Watch momentum. Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, I wonder where that came from, and I went and looked for it, and sure enough, $32 on Trevor Bauer's website will get you the steroid save baseball shirt. I wish I would have thought of it first. That would have been great.
Let's just make one that said steroids really saved baseball. We'll just have
to come after us for that.
Yeah.
We'll get you on that one, buddy. So speaking of, we've been talking about teams that are getting a little bit cold. How about teams that are just completely out of the picture and the race for the number one draft pick at this point? It's the Red Sox right now.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks have tied them. Now, do the Diamondbacks come back and win tonight? Like what What happens here?
Who, the Diamondbacks?
Yeah.
Oh, the Dodgers just went. AJ Pollock just went mammo off Bumgarner. So
Okay, never mind.
I mean, it's a
Never
solo shot.
mind.
It's a solo shot. It's 2-0 right now, Dodgers.
So we've got the Reds are beating the Cubs 3-0 at the end of the third. Padres 5-1 over the Giants right now. Oh, see, my deal still says 1-0 Dodgers, top of the third.
It just happened. Like as
Okay, so ESPN.
he was still rounding the bases as I was telling you. So
ESPN's fucking slacking, is what you're telling me. Cardinals beat the Tigers 12-2. That's another nasty game. A's over the Astros 3-1. Angels beat the Rangers 6-2. Tigers beat the Cardinals 6-3 in the second game of that doubleheader.
one of those games, I think the kid was throwing like a no-hitter into the 7th or the 8th, I think.
That was the Royals Indians game.
That's what game it was.
And the Royals beat the Indians 11-1, which is unreal because they're down there at the bottom too. So, I mean, I'm interested to see who's going to end up with that worst record and that number one pick because you've got guys like Jack Leiter.
Yeah.
Kumar Rocker.
Let's say Kumar Rocker.
Like, I kind of wish we were tanking this year so we could get some pitching like that.
Why? We did that for like 4 years and we don't have anybody knows how to fucking coach them.
I know.
There's going to have to be a pitching coaching change up in the Braves organization this offseason.
Something needs to be done. That's for sure. I don't know. I trust Anthopoulos pretty well. Like, at the same time, he makes me nervous. I don't feel like he's gonna. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. The offseason will be very interesting. I'm interested to see what the free agent market's gonna be like. I want to see where some of these guys go in the draft, though. Like, this will be a pretty big one.
Yeah.
So we're talking about people's like division placing right now. The A's have the biggest division lead, 6.5 games up on the Astros right now. And they're making that worse by the day with this series. So that's fun. Everybody else running about what you're used to seeing. What do we got? Oakland, Houston. Tampa Bay has 3.5 games on the Blue Jays. The White Sox are only a game over the Twins. The Cubs are 2.5 games over St. Louis. The Braves are 3 games over the Phillies. And the Dodgers are 4.5 over San Diego. Now, how do we think this all, like, who do we think is going to maintain? Did Cape freeze on me? Oh, no.
No.
I was like, oh, no.
No, I'm still here. I was in deep thought. Who do we think? The Tampa Bay, the Dodgers, the Padres. I mean, I would guess the Braves. I don't know how they're pitching. I don't know how they're going to figure that out. But Phillies have been playing good baseball.
That's true. Like, how do we? Because I know, we see a lot of these teams that kind of rock back and forth with hot and cold streaks. Like, who do we think gets cold? Who do we think gets hot? Right as we're hitting the playoffs. We got 17 more days.
I don't know. That's hard to say because it's such a team can get hot for no reason or get cold for absolutely no reason. It's hard to tell with baseball.
Kind of like the Nationals did last year. Got hot at just the right time. I mean, I would take a little bit of a cold snap as long as we still get in there if it means that we get to the postseason and we're a little bit fresher.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather just stay hot.
I mean, I would love that. But it's a little bit we've got so we've got 7 weeks of baseball left then.
Yeah.
Is that correct? 7 more weeks of staying hot. I think we could do that.
Who knows? Well, I guess we'll see. But like I said, the Braves, I mean, it'll be a miracle if they pull anything off in the postseason with their pitching. But
I mean, I think it comes down to who we end up playing in that first round. Because the top seed chooses their opponent now. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Or did they say that they're just going to line it up 1-8, 2 and blah 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 and go
I don't
down?
remember. I remember hearing something about that they were going to pick. I know. I think they were talking about doing that if they expanded the playoffs in the future.
Okay.
I think they're just lining them up 1-8 that way.
I mean, that makes the most sense to me. But man, how great would it be to like get into the playoffs and be like, okay, pick who you want to play.
Yeah,
I'll take that guy.
What'd be even worse is to pick a team and then that team dick slaps you in the postseason.
Oh God,
that'd be hilarious.
That'd be our kind of luck too. So maybe I don't like that. Hey, if the Cards made it to the NLCS last year, y'all can win it all this year.
Let's not talk about that.
Maddie, I can't even with you tonight. I'm not talking about that at all. One thing I do want to talk about, though, we had an entire episode entitled Unwritten Rules a few weeks ago because Fernando Tatis swung on a 3-0 count with that 7-run lead and hit that grand slam, stole third with a massive lead the next night, showed he just does not care about the unwritten rules, and the Rangers went insane to the point that the Padres made Tatis basically apologize. Now, we've had a couple games in the last couple weeks where unwritten rules were definitely broken, like last night. And none of these teams seemed to care anything about that. I mean, the Marlins social media was hilarious to keep up with. So why is it that one team gets all butt hurt towards the Padres and everybody else is just like, oh, you beat our asses. Sorry.
I don't know. You think it has something to do with maybe everybody or all the other teams saw everybody making fun of the fucking Rangers? And we're like, yeah, if we get our ass kicked, let's just get our ass kicked. Yeah, let's just be quiet.
I don't know. See, like, that's kind of what I'm wondering. It's like, nobody said anything about us just continuing to go out there and beat the fucking dog shit out of the Marlins.
Nobody I'm not going to lie. If I was playing that game and it was 25-9, you hit a fucking grand slam off me, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to say something about it. So,
I mean, if you were like, that's the exact same example of unwritten rules. Duvall swinging for the fences, did not care, took it from a 25-run game to a 29-run game.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody said, like, and the Marlins were joking about it. Like it.
Well, their social media team was joking.
Yeah, their social media team was joking about it. But
I don't know if anybody in that dugout was joking, but
I think my favorite thing that I heard Chip Carey say last night was, as my dad would say, the bases are loaded, and I bet Don Mattingly wishes he was too.
Yeah, I busted out laughing when he said that.
Like, I really, most of the time as a Braves fan, it's a little bit stressful to watch a baseball game, especially with the pitching this year. I sat there last night and thoroughly enjoyed every minute of that game and just laughed.
Oh, yeah.
Even giving up the runs, I just didn't. After the second inning, I just didn't care anymore. Like, go ahead and give a couple runs up. Who cares? I mean, it was frustrating and it pissed me off for the first couple innings that it happened. But after that, I was just like, I'm having so much fun watching these guys swing the bat. I don't even care what's happening in the other half of the inning.
Oh, yeah. No, it was funny. I pretty much, like, every time we'd be at bat, I'd watch. And then, like, when they'd come up to bat, I'd, like, get on my phone and start dicking off and stuff. Then put it down as soon as we came back to the plate.
That's exactly what I was doing. Like, I was getting up and working on laundry and stuff like that. And the kids were like, can we turn the game off? No, it's only the third inning.
Yeah.
Like, they know the rules. The game is on. The game is not coming off. But because the game went so long last night, I let them have the TV tonight. I was like,
I'm not going to lie. I'm the same way. I watch every second of every game. But night before last, when we were getting beat and they had Brian Kemp on the game, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to watch Netflix tonight. And I turned the game off and watched Netflix with Brittany the rest of the night.
I mean, it happens here and there. Like, I watched those games. I would kind of walk away here and there just because I needed to breathe for a minute. But tonight I was just like, I was so exhausted and I didn't want anything to bring me down from how good last night felt as a Braves fan.
I mean, tonight's game was good. I mean, we were down 5-0 at one point and came back
and won, and I missed it. And Dansby hit the game-winning home run, and I missed it. I feel bad about that. I did see it on Twitter, so it's okay.
Hold on a second. Oh, keep talking. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
okay. Gerb says, "I'm so glad y'all are bringing this up. Unwritten rules are whack." I mean, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago, how stupid the unwritten rules are, and how this is definitely a generation where that kind of stuff isn't going to stick anymore. Ooh, there you go. There's our never quit with snitch shirts. I should tweet something out about that. There's another picture of it. Kate, tell us about the shirt. I haven't gotten mine ordered yet because shit's just been crazy. So
dude,
I have
like,
mine.
I don't know what brand shirt this is because I ripped the tag out of it, but they're comfortable as shit.
I think those are next level.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, they're super soft. They're nice. Fits true to size. You should go buy one.
Absolutely.
Well, not you, but everybody listening.
Well, I need to order mine too. And we've got the link somewhere that will pop up on the bottom of the screen here at some point in time. There it is, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you want to get your Never Quit with Snit shirt, I know Snit's been very frustrating for a lot of fans lately. So just remember.
He's been awesome the past few nights. I mean, the lineups he's pumping out now with Ozzy back are fucking awesome. So
I saw that lineup and it just looked so weird. And I was like, wait, you brought Ozzy back and you're going to give Dansby a night off? And then I looked a little further down. I was like, oh, wait, no, there he is.
Yeah. I mean, with Markakis in and Ender not playing, there's really not a hole in that lineup. So
no, it's a really solid lineup. And I'm so like Freddie Freeman has been hitting in the 3-hole for how long now?
Yeah.
So to see him moved up to number 2, I was just like, what? Like I sat there and stared at it for a minute. I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then I was no, I didn't dislike it, but it just was weird to see some of these people in different places, which is cool. But
which historically, like in the American League, that's always had a DH. Your best hitter always bats too. So I guess now that we have a DH, that's just what we're going to do as well. So,
I mean, I'm here for it. I wasn't mad about any of it at all, and I think Dansby is going to be great in that 5 spot. He seemed to like it pretty well last night.
Yeah, I mean, also having to face Ronald Acuna Jr., Freddie Freeman, and Marcell Ozuna right out the gate, that sucks for anybody.
And I mean, depending on who gets hot, I mean, d'Arnaud hitting cleanup.
Yeah. Duvall's hitting like 6 and hit 7 home runs in like a week.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, like, I love that your guys that are further down in the lineup like that are hitting the ball like they are. I mean, I would look at that lineup right now if I were an opposing pitcher and just be like, oh, fuck, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. You look at that and like, God damn it, I don't want to play. I'm hurt today. I'm not going to pitch. I don't
feel good. Like, take me out of the lineup. I don't want to do this. Like that. I mean, that's how I would feel. I would definitely kind of be like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to play against these guys tonight. This is not going to be fun for me. One of the best lineups of baseball. They are. It's a very strong lineup. And I just don't feel like you can argue with the offensive power. Like, there's nothing, you can't say anything bad about the Braves offensively.
No.
I mean, it's, of course, defense has been an issue, and as long as we can keep scoring 30 runs a game, it's okay.
You could argue that lineup they put out tonight, the worst current hitter in it's Markakis, and he's still going to slap hit a fucking double almost every time he goes to plate. So
he is. I mean, he's been a little bit cold, but at the same time, you've got a guy that came back without the benefit of summer camp and came out and walked us off in his first game. I mean, they're going to go through little cold snaps. I don't see anything wrong with what's going on with Markakis right now. Like, I know there were a few people bitching about it, but I don't think it's a problem at all.
No.
And tonight is Braves night on Easy Out Podcast, in case you hadn't already figured it out.
I guess we just decided to talk Braves baseball tonight.
I mean, it happens here and there. I mean, everybody else has been, I mean, unless you want to talk about, we can talk about Fernando Tatis for hours and hours and hours, because
he's phenomenal.
That's the biggest story in baseball right now. I mean, he's and Slam Diego still cranking them out there.
Yo, have you seen his page on Baseball Savant? Oh my God. How do I get it to where? Hold on, I'll send it.
Yeah, send it over to Derek, and we'll take a look at that.
I might have to send it in Facebook, but his Baseball Savant page right now looks fake. It doesn't even look real. I'll send it to him.
I mean, I just kind of feel like, and it seems like a lot of big names right now aren't hot. Like, I haven't really seen Mike Trout doing a lot lately. I haven't seen a lot coming out of Nolan Arenado. Of course, defensively, he's always amazing, but I haven't seen like a lot of big hits coming from him. I haven't seen a lot out of JT Realmuto. Rhys Hoskins has been hot, but it's been like weird players you wouldn't expect to getting hot right now. Good night, Matt. Have a wonderful evening. Definitely finish the show on Spotify. We appreciate that. Anybody that is in the room tonight, make sure you go over and, if you go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, I believe we should be up live on Amazon's podcasting, on Amazon Music. We should be up live there anytime, basically anywhere you get your podcast. If you like the show, please go follow us, subscribe, whatever the button for whatever platform you use is. Like it, subscribe it, leave us a review, download the episodes. We need you guys doing that.
Look at this.
Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
That's not even.
That's like you went on MLB The Show and created a player and just made all his stats fucking excellent.
That's crazy. I can't believe that. See, I need to pay more attention to that website because I look at it every now and then, but I just don't spend a whole lot of time.
The only reason I look, somebody posted on Twitter either last night or this morning, and I saw it, and I'm like, that's got to be fucking fake. And I went over to Baseball Savant and pulled it up. And I'm like, holy shit, that's real.
Who am I thinking of? What does Freddie Freeman's look like right now? No, I want to see Adam Duvall's.
Let's see.
I want to see what that looks like.
Well, nothing. We're not even going to put it on here.
Okay. Because once you've seen Fernando Tatis Jr.'s page, you don't want to look at anybody else's.
The only thing he has above average is slugging, barrel percentage, and sprint speed, and hard hit percentage. Everything else is below average or right at average.
Hey, just a little update for anybody that's trying to watch the Chiefs-Texans game over in our private chat on here where our producers hang out. D. Relly said, touchdown Houston, eat it, bitch, in reference to our other producer, Kent, who is a big Chiefs fan. So what's the score over there, guys?
31-13 or 14, I think.
Oh, wait. Chiefs are winning, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yeah, they are.
Derek, what are you getting excited about that for? It's okay. I'll forgive it.
Derek's just pulling for Houston because Kent likes
Kansas That's exactly City. What's happening.
That's okay. That's kind of what I figured.
Derek's a Bears fan.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I'd be pulling for Houston if I gave a shit about football right now.
The only reason I like Houston is because of Deshaun Watson. So,
I mean, I just don't like the Chiefs. Sorry, Kent. I love you. Just don't like the Chiefs. So let's go over here. Kent said, fuck off, Sarah. Whoops. Still love you. Basically the score of the Braves-Marlins game the other night. That's
that's a football score.
Yep, it sure was. So let's go over here. Let's talk about if the playoffs started today. We're getting closer, so this has kind of become our thing. Over in the American League, the top two in the Central, we'd have the White Sox and the Twins. Like I said, there's one game separating the two. The White Sox have a 628 win percentage. The Twins have a 600. In the East, we've got Tampa Bay and Toronto, 636 and 558. And then in the West, we've got Oakland with their 643 winning percentage, and Houston 6.5 games back of them with their 489 winning percentage. So then if you go look, Cleveland is your next team. They've got a 591 winning percentage. And then the Yankees with their 512. But, I mean, that could change very quickly.
Next week, can we come up with a graphic to do this with?
Absolutely.
Because I have such a hard time following you when you start talking about this. It's also because I have ADD, so I get distracted.
Well, like I pull it up I just go to Google and pull the standings up right there because it gives me all the information I need. And it's easy for me to just kind of scroll back and forth and look and see who's going where. But we'll look at it. Like, I'll get it ready before the show next time.
How about next week? Let's start doing every Thursday, do a graphic of what the playoffs would look like that day if they started.
I mean, we've only got 2 more weeks before the playoffs are going to start. So
we can do it for 2 shows.
We can do that. We can definitely get that ready. I mean, I think it's funny though, because you look at the American League and we've got 1, 2, 3 teams over 600 in the American League. In the National League, we have 2.
Yeah.
And they're in the same division.
I was going to say, it's the Dodgers and the Padres.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So if the playoffs started today, the National League picture is obviously Dodgers, Padres, Braves, Phillies, Cubs, Cardinals, and then your next 2 teams are the Giants and the Marlins, which seems...
How in the hell are the Giants going to make the postseason?
The Giants have a 523 win percentage. The Marlins have a 513. The rest of the teams, the Brewers have a 463. The Reds have a 442. The Pirates have a 341. The Mets have a 455. The Nationals have a 381. The Rockies have a 465. And the Diamondbacks have a 341.
I think I can name one player that plays for the Giants now that Sandoval got DFA'd, and that's Carl Yastrzemski, or Mike Yastrzemski, Carl's grandson. I think that's the only Giants player I know.
I don't know.
Oh, and Johnny Cueto.
Yeah, Cueto. Does Strickland still play for the Giants?
I don't know. I just remember at the beginning of the season they put out their roster. I was like, holy fuck, I don't know anybody on that. I know Sandoval, I know Cueto, and I know Yastrzemski, and that's it.
And you only know Sandoval because
it's
of how he looked. A lot of people, if you are a casual baseball fan, you know who Pablo Sandoval is because of that very unflattering photo that was posted of him.
Yeah.
Wendy says, I just looked up Freddie's baseball savant. He's above average on everything except sprint speed.
Yeah. I looked it up, but we had already started talking about something else, but she's right. He is.
Reese Tate says, did I miss where y'all talked about how the Braves completely derailed the Yankees? I did say if Garrett Cole keeps losing, I kind of apologize to Yankees fans for breaking your team, but at the same time, I don't. My biggest reason that I don't apologize is that as a kid, one of my dad's best friends was a Yankees fan. And when interleague play started, every year he would torment me because it seemed like the Braves just couldn't win the series against the Yankees.
Yeah, it sucked.
I don't know why. We just couldn't pull off a series win. He would torment me. He would talk all kinds of crap. After the 99 World Series, it was impossible to deal with that man. And I love him dearly. I respect the crap out of that guy, but he used to torment me with the Yankees. And so if the Braves are the reason that Garrett Cole has dropped off so drastically, then I don't feel that bad about it. I'm kind of okay with it. I love it a little bit. I feel bad for my Yankees fans' friends, but I do love that it happened.
I feel bad for them, but fuck the Yankees. That's all I got to say about that.
That's true. That's pretty much how I feel about it. Like, I like my friends that are Yankees fans, but fuck your team. Get that revenge, Sarah. You know what? I'm trying. I'm doing my best, and the Braves are helping me. I appreciate them for that. Okay, we got anything else to talk about tonight? I don't feel like it's been like a really super. Lou Brock passed away. We didn't touch on that. Great ball player in the Cardinals organization for many years. A lot of wonderful tributes to him were made by players this week. So we're very sad about that. Sorry to hear of his passing. Condolences to his family and friends, definitely, in the Cardinals organization for that one. What other news did we have?
It's been a quiet week.
I feel like it has. Like, there's been a lot of baseball getting played, but I just don't feel like there's been a lot of, outside of just a massive amount of home runs, I don't feel like a lot of really big stuff's been happening.
Nah.
So we're heating up towards the postseason. It'll be more exciting, I'm sure.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks, everything's going to get ramped up the next 2 weeks. So
we're going to see what happens. Hopefully Cole Hamels rejoins the Braves at the end of this week. We're talking just a couple more days, hopefully, for him. I guess we'll see if Garrett Cole gets back on track. Reese says Charlie Clutch deserves a spot on the bench. Yes, Reese, he does.
No, I don't.
I hope Clutch makes it on the postseason roster. I do.
If Camargo got sent back to the training site, Clutch ain't coming back. So
I know. I don't like it, but I'll live with it. If we get a World Series, I'll live with it. Just let Charlie come sit in the stadium for the World Series, please.
Yeah.
He broke his face for us last year. I feel like he deserves that much.
Yeah. I mean, I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking shit about him, but
I mean, you can't. I think that's the worst part of it. Like, he's just such a likable guy. And when he has come in clutch for us, it's been in a big way. So it's hard to part with somebody like that. I think that's my biggest thing.
I agree. I mean, I see why the fans are attached to him, but I'm attached to winning baseball games. So I want to do whatever makes us win baseball games.
That's true. But I mean, at the same time, I would rather them send a couple of these shitty ass pitchers we've called up down and let Charlie pitch. Like, screw it. Let Charlie start the game. Why not? We might as well at that point in time. That Pat McAfee.
Who, me? I wish. That dude makes a lot more money than I do.
Shit, if you have Pat McAfee money, bro, we'd like really have a good setup going on.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be awesome. No,
I don't even look like Pat McAfee.
I haven't seen Pat McAfee in a while. I don't know. And he's not answering like with what he's not specifying either, or he, her, I don't know who this is that commented here. They're not specifying, but oh wait. Reese Tate says more like Pat McAfee. We love having you here, Reese.
I have to work with that dickhead. Don't blow up his head.
Don't make his ego big.
He's probably sitting at Stillfire Brewery right now, drunk off his ass. Because I talked to him 3 hours ago, and that's where he was headed. So,
Reese, are you still at the brewery? Come on now, let us know. Faster, because we're about to end the show. Every week.
That didn't answer the question, but...
No, it didn't. We know he was there at some point in time. So Reese is feeling good. Oh, he's home now.
Okay. Safe and sound.
That's good, Reese. We want you to get home safe every week. So that way you can continue to join us on this wonderful show that we do. So next week we'll have If the Playoffs Started Today. Do we have a guest next week? Do we want to announce it yet or no?
No.
Okay, well, we have a really big guest for next week. We're not going to tell you who it is. You're just going to have to come back. We will announce it day of, or should we just make it a surprise?
No, we're going to announce it because this person's going to post about it as well, I believe. So,
okay. Well, we have a huge guest coming next week, and it'll probably be a lot of Braves baseball talk again next week, but we're gonna allow that for this one, especially. Make sure, Reese says he's drinking Cold Coors Light, the official beer of your Atlanta Braves.
He's not lying, but it should be Budweiser.
Well, the Cardinals kind of got that one covered.
Yeah.
But make sure you join us next week. Make sure you check us out. I told you guys earlier kind of where you can find the podcast. We've got, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Deezer. You can go to backhomemedia.com to listen to the episodes as well. Make sure you check out Back Home Media, where you can see all of our other shows. We have Kansas Missing and Unsolved. We have the Sprout and Dusty Show. Growing Garden City, it's a little bit more local of a show that we do out in this area. We've got Parentless. We have Something's Wrong. Cape did an episode of Something's Wrong. Was that last week? That feels like it was so long ago.
Yeah, that was last Wednesday.
A week ago. I know I'm missing something right now. Why is it not popping into my head? We have the Elkhart tapes. We've got a whole lot of stuff on that channel. So make sure you go to backhomemedia.com, check out all of our other shows. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. You can subscribe to our channel on YouTube, where you can also watch this show live. Make sure you go over to Twitch. Facebook has kind of changed some things. So we're going to start to transition away from Facebook, not immediately, but we're going to slowly kind of make our way away from Facebook and towards Twitch a little bit more. So make sure you follow us over there. If you're not familiar with Twitch, super easy. Just go over there and follow Easy Out Podcast. You'll be able to watch with us, interact with us over there, just like you do on Facebook. Reese says, sports are back. We won COVID. Let's hope so. Go sports. What else do we have here? I'm being told that the streaming quality is way better on Twitch too than it is on Facebook. So it's live on Twitch right now. We're going to kind of start getting away from using Facebook though, because they're not being nice to people anymore. So that'll be coming in the future. Make sure you tune in next week. Cape, thank you for joining me again tonight. I love that you as my co-host.
Yep.
Makes me happy.
I love doing it. So,
you got any closing thoughts for us? You really did freeze this time, didn't you? He did. We lost Cape just as he's about to give his closing thoughts. So I guess that means we're going to wrap it up for the night. Like I said, thank you for joining us. Lots of love to all of you, and we will see you next week.
I don't think it, I thought it, that's different. I said what I said and I meant it, or lamented. Words given weight without thought in a person, the way that I talk and the way that I ought to be able to pause and to say that the fault can be placed on my arm, to display for this, to disgrace in this arm. Pray for the day they could wait for the calm. You can't control the storm, only weather it, whether it's 5 weeks and 5 days of rain sideways, or scorched earth, search for death or water, left with all the thorns, with the petals gone, settle on the breath of autumn. If the crown fits, wear it, the crown fits. If the crown fits,